So I had some people DM me about this potential DLC 16 leak that you guys see on the screen right now with this image of Few, Android 21, and Android 16. Now I had people asking me if this was part of the DLC 16 story or anything along those lines, and to be honest guys, I do not really think that it is actually part of Xenoverse 2 at all. I think whatever this is, wherever this image comes from, it is not Xenoverse 2 and most likely some kind of different game. Again, I have no idea what game or what scene this is from because, I mean, this does look like a video game the way the models are, but I will say at the same time, it doesn't necessarily look like Xenoverse 2 story models do at this point in time. Like if you take a look at an image from the new DLC 16 trailer and look at the story side of it where Piccolo and Gohan are flying, the way they look in that screenshot or in that trailer is definitely different from what we are seeing on the screen at this moment in time with Few, Android 21, and Android 16. On top of the fact that here it does look like Android 21 is more on the evil side of things as opposed to being on the good side, which in the story of DLC 16 she is on your side. So that is something that kind of made me feel right off the bat that this was not from Xenoverse 2 DLC 16. And then also the final thing guys that really makes me feel this is definitely not from Xenoverse 2 is because, well, all the people that have been going through the data files of the game since the newest update would have found something in regards to this, I feel like, by now. Like if there was a playable story and there was a way to unlock the story through the data files of the game, just like they were able to find Orange Piccolo was playable through mods on PC right now, I feel they would have done the same for the story of Xenoverse 2 DLC 16, again, if that was possible, and that's where this image would have came from if it was actually from the story of this DLC pack. So the simple fact that none of them have found a way to actually make the story playable in any way, shape, or form just really makes me feel like this is definitely not from DLC 16, and it's most likely from, again, some kind of other game. I don't know exactly where this comes from or what game, or maybe it's like a superhero, a super Dragon Ball Heroes. I got so confused between superhero and heroes right there that I couldn't even get the word out. But this may be from like Dragon Ball Heroes. I don't know exactly, but I don't think it's from Xenoverse 2 in any way, shape, or form, guys, because like I said, the way it looks doesn't look like the new story cutscenes we're getting. And then also, I feel if there was any kind of way possible to make this story possible, modders and data file searchers would have definitely found that out by now at this moment in time. So don't take this leak as something that is true or anything along those lines. And honestly, this leak doesn't even really show off much anyway. It just shows off Android 21, 16, and Few kind of being next to each other, and something is clearly happening, like they're all watching the same thing. But at the same time, it doesn't really show us anything that we didn't know about the story in terms of Android 21 being a part of it, because that's really what this image is showing. If it was from DLC 16 and Xenoverse 2, it would be like, oh, Android 21 is part of the story. Well, again, we already know that. At the same time, considering, well, we do have a lot of the story dialogue, and what they are saying and talking about in Android 21 is one of the characters that is involved. So again, there is really nothing new you could take from this image anyway, but like I said, there were people DMing me about it, so I don't want anybody to believe that it's true or anything along those lines. If you really look at it, it doesn't look like the DLC 16 trailer. And again, if it was in the files of Xenoverse 2, a lot more people would have found it, and it would have been going through the Xenoverse 2 community already at this moment in time. So overall, man, I just wanted to put this out there so nobody gets to believing or thinking that this is real, or somebody who may already believe it's real doesn't continue to be misled, because I never like to see people have high hopes for something or think a leak is true and then it doesn't end up happening, because then you're just left being disappointed. And I know that feeling personally, so again, wouldn't want any of you guys out there to have it as well. So overall, just wanted to do that really quick to make sure that nobody gets fooled or tricked by this image right here, wherever it does come from. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Peace, y'all.